We're focusing today on the emerging research on gender and climate change. And as all of you know, of course, the connections between gender and climate change have generated increasing attention in the past year. The Global Gender and Climate Change Alliance, of which WEDO is also a founding member, together with IUCN, UNDP, and UNEP, was founded 2 years ago to ensure that climate policies incorporate a gender perspective and address the differing needs and capabilities of women and men. So we're working together on this research also. The overwhelming growth of GGCA programs is testament to the relevance of incorporating a gender perspective into equitable and sustainable climate change solutions. Research into the links between gender and climate change, as well as experiences of those directly affected, is compelling evidence to support the work that we have been doing. But more evidence and data is needed to deepen the understanding and reveal unknown links, particularly in terms of how women are leading efforts to combat climate change. We have been noticing that particularly in many of the developing countries. This panel was organized to present emerging research on gender and climate change that is working to address exactly that need. Today you'll hear new research from India, the Philippines, the Pacific, and Ghana, as well as a film from the United States. I'd like to also tell you something before we start on our presentations. I'd like to tell you something about some of the other work that WEDO has been doing recently. I'd like to share with you a recent WEDO publication. In October, WEDO and UNFCCC published Climate Change Connections, a resource kit on gender, population, and climate change. The kit is a compendium of 6 short pieces bridging the 3 subjects. Based on the premise that climate change is one of the most urgent issues of our time and that its impacts are not being felt equally by all people, the kit addresses policy, finance, adaptation plans, country case studies, and advocacy. So we'd like you to look into this, into this publication also, because we think it's a useful resource. And specifically, we'd like to emphasize women's roles as agents of change. We know that even in this conference, the emphasis has been more on women as a group of vulnerable people. But we'd also like you to look at the emphasis on women as agents of change, as resource managers, education and community leaders. Women, as we know, have unique knowledge and skills to adapt and mitigate climate change. Each section of the kit provides vital basic information that is needed to understand the issue and ends with recommendation to improve upon the status quo. For example, some of the national adaptation programs of actions, or few of the NAPAs, as you know, integrate gender equality or include projects that explicitly involve women participants, stakeholders, and beneficiaries. But we feel that as the priority projects are prepared for implementation, a gender perspective can be added. And WEDO has specific experience in this. We have been working together with Haiti, specifically the Ministry of Environment, to develop an implementation project for the NAPA, which focuses specifically on the priority areas of women in Haiti, which are food security and reforestation.